The Kremlin has announced economic growth of more than 3.5% by the end of 2023, but the real state of the Russian economy is not so good, experts believe.
The real economy is in a very bad condition. Agriculture is in decline, transport is in decline, industry is around problem, only the military is still producing.
Russia's economy has switched to the war mode. The Kremlin claims that militarization of the budget is a good engine of economic progress. But in reality, such reorientation will inevitably lead the economy to overloading. The recession will be to follow.
The economy is now operating above its potential. All resources, labor and capital are being drained. In 2023, there was a serious problem of labor shortage. The economy cannot grow. Any businesses will soon be unable to sustain operations. Ruben Yenikopov, professor at Pompeu Fabra University in Barcelona, in an interview with BBC News Ukraine.
Because of the enormous spending on the war against Ukraine, Moscow needs more and more money. But another attempt to make it from the National Welfare Fund will lead to a complete exhaustion of the financial reserve.
A piggy bank of last resort, the $135 billion National Welfare Fund, holds only $58 billion in liquid assets, with the rest mostly in Chinese currency and gold. Last year, Mr. Putin withdrew $38 billion from the fund. Another raid could empty it, from the publication in the Wall Street Journal.
Putin probably intends to close the financial gap by increasing taxes on the population as well as national privatization. In 2023 alone, the Russian authorities filed a record 27 nationalization lawsuits.
In court, prosecutors have succeeded in restoring the state's control over dozens of strategic enterprises. Based on the real value of the assets, the amount totals more than $1 trillion rubles. Igor Krasnov, Prosecutor General of Russia, at the meeting of the board of the Prosecutor General's office.
The decline in the birth rate is a factor that will affect the Russian economy in the long term. In 2023, according to the official data, 1,200,000 children were born in the Federation. This is the lowest figure since the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991. Demographers predict that 2024 will be the worst year since the beginning of the 19th century.
What is happening now, that people are dying, that many are becoming disabled in Russia, that hundreds of thousands of people have left Russia not wanting to fight. These are all dramatic things for demographics.
Russia has a critical shortage of labor force, record migration, hundreds of thousands of people who died at the front. All of this had led to the fact that most sectors of the Russian economy are experiencing labor shortages. At the same time, the number of pensioners in the country is growing, and this is not only an additional burden on the budget, but also an increase in social tension in society. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Yulia Granovska, UATV News.